So today's the day, new studio. It is the 7th of December 2021. This is the garage, which the studio is going to be in, kind of. It's kind of an old store cupboard. We were originally just going to build a studio like we did in the previous house, just in the corner, but we're like, got a store cupboard, we're not really going to do much with it, because we've got loads of storage in here. And who puts their car in a garage? Maybe put one or two, but anyway, this is the store cupboard that's going to be Griffo Media. I know it looks pretty small, but actually there's not a bad little bit of space in here. It's going to be used primarily as a voice booth. Obviously I'm going to fit a desk in here, make it all soundproof, put a proper studio door on. This is it. A little bit smaller than the last one, but of course the driving rig doesn't need to be in here anymore. Hello, Spider. So yeah, this is it. So Griffo Media Mark II. That's it. So we'll get daily updates. The guys will come in first thing this morning, 8 a.m. and start doing it. We're going to get underfloor heating. We're going to put full insulation, lowered ceiling. It's going to be recessed with LED lights. Yeah, it's going to be ace. Not so ace at the moment. Better get that shelving out and the paint out before they arrive in 40 minutes. So day one, the builders had been at it today for about 8 or so hours. And this is what the studio, Griffo Media Mark II, looks like right now. Obviously wiring all in place, plasterboard, quite thick stuff. Right there, we're going to have obviously the dimmer sockets for the LED lights, which are going to go in the roof. This here will be an LCD panel for the underfloor heating, which is being installed, I believe, tomorrow. But yeah, all the cables will be nicely hidden. So my Neumann KH80 speakers are just going to be recessed there on the proper Neumann brackets. That'll look quite nice when they're up. And also we've got sockets in there as well. So cabling's going in tomorrow. HDMIs, power leads, that kind of stuff. And I've also ordered a brand new desk, which is being custom made actually. It's a hydraulic desk. I had a sit-down desk before, but voicing more stuff nowadays, I'm finding I want to stand up more. So it'll give me the option to sit and stand. So literally it'll fit across there, right across the back wall, and give me the ability to go up and down. And it's a memory desk as well, so it will stop just before the speakers and not knock them off the walls. But yeah, this is it. I'm really pleased. Day one, these guys at Cooper and Westgate really know their stuff. They built my last studio, and they're really great and really efficient. Look them up. They're based in York. And this is it. Day one in my smaller revised Griffo Mark II studio. But even so, still a lot of work to do. But not bad for a day's work, eh? Studio door, of course, has been ordered today, made to measure. There we go. Looking forward to seeing the final bits and pieces done over the next week or so. So day two of the building work of Griffo Media Studio Mark II. It's the 8th of December. It is a Wednesday. And today we've had the plastering done. We've also had the underfloor heating all sealed off and laid. All of this now is a drying production. As you can see, some of the plastering is already doing its thing. And yeah, it's going to look great. Just feel it. It looks great already in terms of shape. So I can kind of see it decorated. You can see the, just get a bit closer. You can see some of the underfloor just laid underneath there. And the screed will dry. But anyway, yeah, so what we're going to do now is have a day off tomorrow. I'm sure they're working elsewhere, or maybe having a day off. And they're going to come back on Friday, day after tomorrow. All this will be dried and ready to decorate. And then they're going to lay my wooden flooring, which is going down here. Oak flooring, which is going to be great. My desk should be here maybe by Friday. Not that that's going to go in on Friday, but then I think by the time Tuesday comes around next week, we should be near completion, and we're just waiting for my ordered door to go in the front as well. But that'll be probably the last thing that happens, because it might take 2 or 3 weeks to arrive. But anyway, yeah, really excited. Obviously the acoustic treatment needs going in, speakers, all of that kind of stuff, screens, desk, as I mentioned, the hydraulic one, which is on order. So yeah, good stuff for day 2. Bearing in mind what you saw before with the breeze blocks, it's looking pretty impressive for 2 days work. So we'll be back on Friday. Okay, so it's Friday mornings, technically day 3 of the job. And the plaster is nearly dry. It's a few little patches here and there. So yeah, Friday the 10th of December as we continue. They reckon today, and then they're back on Tuesday, and we should have something that looks like a studio by then. I think today the flooring's going in, the wooden flooring, and then I think they're going to decorate. So yeah, all good. So 3 days work, some leftover flooring, but everything else is kind of starting to take shape for 3 days work. This is incredible. Lights going on there. Electrician is back on Tuesday to complete what he needs to do, sockets, underfloor heating connection, LCD pads and all of that kind of stuff. And hopefully get some brackets on the wall for my speakers. And the desk is coming Wednesday, so we're on the 10th today, which is Friday. So after day 3, it looks really impressive. The floor's down, the wooden floor. You can see it kind of under there. If I just take that back, you can see looking nice, oak flooring. Underfloor heating, of course, and also decorated in white like my old studio. Because obviously the acoustic treatment I use is blue, so I think it really complements blue and white. It looks really nice. My studio door probably going to arrive in the new year, probably first week of the new year, but you never know with these things. It could land in the next couple of weeks, which would be prior to Christmas. But really impressed. 3 days work. And we've turned what was necessarily just a store cupboard, breeze block store cupboard, into something that I think by this time next week will be a good recording facility and great for my media business. So yeah, hope you're enjoying watching these little videos. They work fast, but they work brilliantly. The attention to detail is really spot on, and obviously they put in the skirting board as well. I requested this skirting board. Not only does it match the interior of our lovely house, but also it gives me a little ledge to put an LED light strip kind of through the little gap, and it gives it a better kind of effect. So you don't necessarily see the full strip, so it just sits in the little crevice there. Anyway, enough about gadgets and technology. I think three days work, it looks amazing. So we'll be back on Tuesday after Phil, the electrician, has been in to do his magic. And I think, like I say, this time next week, the desk will be in, the tech will be in, and we're going to get the Samsung frame just up there. I don't know if you're aware of the Samsung frame. It's like a TV that kind of fits like a photo frame, kind of flush to the wall. And that'll have my logo on and give me all kinds of multimedia content. And I use a Mac, iMac for the voice sessions and stuff. Hydraulic desk is going in. So all good stuff. Excited. Day 3, 10th of December, Friday. And we'll be back on Tuesday with an update. Day 4 and another visit to the studio after the workmen have left. And we're left with this now. Cables are in the walls. That's great. Everything's kind of dried off and stuff. We now have lights, some recessed spots there that are adjustable. Don't know if it picks it up here, but they are kind of chrome, those, which look rather nice. So I'm just going to dim them slightly. Obviously the electrics are in, speaker cables and power in. So they'll be hidden into the walls. And then we're getting these... we're getting brushed kind of plates that will cover all this kind of cutting. So these will all look nice. When the electrician comes back, we're also getting a ventilation fan installed in that corner there. One of those DMEV units, which basically take out all the old air and pump in new oxygen. Don't want to be passing out on sessions, do we? Optical cable, that's through and obviously covered up for when the frame goes up there, which is my screen, which I'm having in here. Underfloor heating starting obviously to dry. Can step on this now. When the electrician fits the LCD panel in here for the underfloor heating, that is when we'll start just turning it up ever so slightly and letting it all dry out properly. Otherwise the stuff will crack. But the floor looks incredible, as I showed you in an earlier part of the video. Some more bits to go up. These are actually the brackets for the TV. The thinnest brackets I've ever seen, and some other bits to go in as well. Desk's going to arrive tomorrow, but that's not possibly going to go in for a while. Yeah, but it's coming together nice. Really impressed. 4 days work, looking very good, isn't it? Obviously it's got to have its door, it's got to have all the kit in it, but it's not going to be a bad studio this for the new year for Griffo Media. So there you go, guys. Not bad at all. So it's been a little while since I've done a video update on my studio, and a lot has happened since Christmas, New Year. Look at that. Wow. Still not done. Still requires a few things like the LCD underfloor heating panel. That needs to go there. A door. That still needs, it's on order. It's going to come middle of January, I believe. But yeah, the desk's in and I love it. It's hydraulic. Screens up, so that is a cool little tool, not just for my logo but for other stuff as well. I started getting the acoustics in as well, some of the sound panels. I'm gonna have one that floats overhead. Managed to put my mic processor there racked. The desk is an absolute godsend. Look at this. And you can program it as well to go any height you want, up to there, because I'll be using this as a voice booth, so I'll be standing up quite a considerable amount of time during sessions and stuff. But yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Obviously the obligatory LED light strip, some cable tidying still to do. Not bad cable management, being though all the equipment that's been running on it, it's all kind of hidden in the desk, which goes up and down, which is great, so I can sit. Chair's not in here at the moment. Have a look in our messy garage. The chair's going to come in, the door's going to fit that. All of that's going to be done, and the vent is fitted there on Wednesday. So there we go. Griffo Media Mark II. Not looking too shabby, right? Still no door. That is on order at the moment. I think it's going to land in the next week or so. We do have the electrician back tomorrow. Fantastic, because they're going to sort out the controller for the underfloor heating, because it's a bit chilly now. It's midwinter. I'm thinking of naming this room potentially the blue room. For those of you who've seen my video with my previous studio, I love blue. It's my favorite color. I have a blue car. Blue. I love it. And so my other studio had these. They're EQ acoustics, by the way, for those who are thinking of getting some good foam tiles. They come in two sizes, actually. They come in this kind of 60 by 60 centimeters, and then they also come in the 30 by 30. So, you know, I suppose when you buy the bigger pad or the bigger foam pad, you know, you're using kind of less kind of labor time, because obviously the ones that are smaller take a bit more fitting, as you can see on the top there and stuff. Big one, smaller ones. Slight change of colour there, but I think it looks okay. But obviously same manufacturer. That's the only thing, is the inconsistency with the colour sometimes, especially if you're going for the same. Some people might go for a different colour down the middle just to give it some different kind of look. May have looked good with grey ones or white ones, I don't know. But anyway, it went all blue this time, which is why potentially I might be calling this the blue room. So jobs to do tomorrow. The vent fan is going in there, which is going to pull out all the kind of dead oxygen, throw in new oxygen. So that's being professionally installed, not a cheap job. Like I say, that's going in. Underfloor heating will be ready to go. This is engineered oak flooring that will pipe underfloor heating. There was no real room to get a heater on here. The equipment's kind of the same as before, to be fair. DBX 286S. And then you've got the Neumann monitors, user Mac, TLM 103 Neumann, Rodecaster Pro, perfect for what I need it for, radio shows and voiceovers. This here is the Samsung frame, which you can pick up kind of anywhere. Hydraulic desk came from Germany. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the company. Not cheap, but a game changer, as I've shown you just earlier in the video. So there we go. Cable tidying. A lot of people asking about that in the end. It's kind of all shuffled away neatly under the desk. So you can't obviously disguise where power is going to come from. So it's looking good. Electrician in tomorrow. We'll do an updated video and we'll tag it onto the end of this, and then a final one. It's getting exciting now. For Griffo Media, the studio Mark II, aka the Blue Room. So yeah, the electrician's been today and we've made a lot of progress actually. Underfloor heating's now in. So obviously it was installed right at the start, but the controller's in now to control the temp. I think we've got it in at 23 as a manual mode. It's 5 degrees at the moment. There's no door on this thing, but we just want to get some heat going underneath, which is good. That's ace. So obviously I'll get some heating in, and once the door's on, fantastic. Doors arriving next week, and that'll kind of conclude the video, I guess. More acoustic treatment in today. I'll try and just kind of put the spots on a little bit so we don't get too much reflection. Yeah, some more acoustics have gone in since the last vid. More still to go, more to treat and stuff. As you can see, it's quite hard fitting this stuff, in fairness, and the kind of orientation that I've got it going kind of in lines just to get it kind of spot on is difficult. At least with the foam stuff, if you don't put too much adhesive on it, you can pull it off and kind of realign stuff, which I'll do down the line. That's not very straight, is it? Probably pull them off tomorrow and redo them, get them in a nice straight line, because I'm a little bit like overly, I'll start doing voice sessions and I'll be like, it'll probably put me off. That's not straight. Cock the session up. Also, we have oxygen into the studio now. These are made in Harrogate, I believe, in Harrogate, and they're called EnviroVent. And what they do is they suck out all the old oxygen. It's connected to your kind of venting system. This one actually goes through the utility room and out the back. It pulls out the old air, pumps in new air, and which means I'm not going to get carbon dioxide poisoning during a session, which would not be good. I'm sure that would never happen, but best to be safe and best to have that installed early doors. So yeah, really impressed. Still more to do. Door needs fitting and stuff, but to be fair, not bad, is it? It's looking good now. Nice to get some heating in and stuff. So I'll probably do one more video. So the final video, the door has been installed. This was yesterday, and I've kind of given it a chance to kind of get itself dried up with the silicone around it. Anyway, this is the studio now. It's really good. Nice and warm in here. At last, some heating. Here we go. Let's turn some lights on here and close that too. Nice seal. I've kind of got this on 19 degrees in here, but it's absolutely roasting, so I'll be dropping that to about 15, obviously because the space is kind of so small, but I'll dim the lights ever so slightly because we're getting a bit of a bleed off the lights. Yeah, this is it. Griffo Media Mark II. Just been doing another DJ set last night on there for a production company in the Netherlands, but yeah, so the fan's in. So that extracts all the air, that EnviroVent fan. So we'll get that turned on. So there we go, Griffo Media Mark II. Comments below. Try and help you out with any questions you've got. But yeah, this is in my new workspace. A few more bits of gadgets. Nest Hub, that. Google Nest Hub. Gives me a Nest Cam in here as well. So a bit of security. Not that I need it, to be fair. It's pretty well hidden away in a double garage. But yeah, this is it. Herman Miller chair. Yeah. Griffo Media Mark II, thanks for watching my little video journey into my second studio. It's been a blast. I'm glad it's now all sorted, so ready to go to work.